Hello everyone and welcome back to Reality with Bad Gal Brie. I'm your host Brianna and today we're diving right back into the book Sister Wife by Christine Brown. And you guys, I am so sorry for how we had to end yesterday's live. That shit was crazy. My boyfriend surprised me and came home early and I was just sitting there with my light on recording and he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and it was so apologetic, but I was so excited to see him. So I'm sorry I ended the stream early yesterday, but we're gonna get back into the book. I don't know, maybe I'll pick up where we left off from yesterday, but we are getting into Christine Brown's addiction. I'm gonna say addiction in quotes, but we will be reading Sister Wife by Christine Brown here today, and it's book club. So book club means is we're talking about it live and chit-chatting, discussing and things and making fun of it. So if you're not here to talk a lot of shit, not the place for you, babe. It's time to get out. Also, I finally, I got my little light. I gotta get out here in a second, but you guys, I finally got everything set on YouTube. So everything is there besides my second live. I don't know what happened to it. When I downloaded that live, it was only, I don't know, like 17 seconds. Surely I didn't go live for 17 seconds. I don't know what the fuck happened there. So we're just missing the second live, unfortunately. For all my Sister Wives fans and whoever wants to go subscribe to my podcast, it's Reality with Bad Gal Brie. Wherever you can get a podcast. I also have a Patreon, which I just released Sister Wives Season 3, Episode 1 today. Now that shit was crazy. I just made a TikTok about it. But we can talk about it we can talk a little bit about it here. Maybe get you interested in joining the Patreon. It's $5 a month only. You get a lot of shit. So on that episode is where Miss Robin Brown announces her pregnancy to Mary and then the rest of the family. And Robin just really has the audacity to be like, oh, Mary, I know you're like so infertile. Basically, like you literally can't have kids. You're like barren down there, Mary. Like you're just so barren. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's crazy. But guess what? I'm expecting. And Mary's like, oh, yay. Like, so no, I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. Really happy for you. And Robin is like, oh great, I can't wait for us to go shopping. Okay, shopping, we know you love to shop, but also nobody said I want to go shopping with you. Like, I just said, oh, I'm happy that you're pregnant. And then Mary sets her ass up. She's like, yeah, no. Robin's like, oh, can I tell the rest of the family? And she's like, yeah, no, it's not gonna be a great night. Guess what? The kids are probably gonna be so happy. The kids are like, everyone's gonna be so excited. Then you just see Janelle just like fucking biting her fingernails the whole entire time. Like, so pissed. All the kids are just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Daddy's little mistress is pregnant. Like, Hunter's having a hard time. And this bitch calls everyone out by name. She's like, yeah, Espin and Madison were so upset. It was insane. Like, could you imagine if we did that to fucking Dana or Brianna? Like, that shit would be crazy. Like, and hell would have been, we would have heard it, okay? Also, you guys, Plathville, a new episode tonight. Unfortunately, I do not have cable, which I should probably get, so I can watch it, like, and take notes on it, like, right away. But it's gonna come out. It's Lydia's wedding, so we know that big fight happens. So any ideas in the comments of what that's gonna be? Like, how is that gonna go? What do we think? I think we're gonna get a black screen at the end and be like, after the wedding, after cameras went down, there was a fight between Isaac and Micah. Okay, Pink Star says in the comments about Sister Wives and Robin. Also, that night she got upset that she got mad at Logan for not celebrating. No, it was Hunter. She got mad at Hunter because Logan, you see him, he hugged her toy, and you know she was fucking loving that. She's like, oh, I'm so sexy, like, but it was actually Hunter that was really upset and called him out by name along with the girls, and then fucking Leon goes upstairs bawling her eyes out. She's like, oh, are you just so upset? I don't want to see my dad's mistress right now. Can you go bye-bye, please? Like, what the fuck? Okay, you guys, it is getting so dark out so early, and I'm just, like, kind of waiting to set my light up because it's like it dies, okay? And I don't want it to be, like, pitch black outside. Maybe let me put this down. Will that help? Let me see, like, this little light. Oh, okay. Okay, light. Okay, car light. So we'll just wait for a couple more people to get into the chat. We're missing some of our regulars here, like Ruby Renee is not here yet. We're missing Moonchild. We're missing Kick-Ass Army Girl, and we're missing Trish too. I didn't see her in last night's live. So you guys, also, you're doing a fantastic job liking the live. So remember to do that. Also, you guys, thank you for joining the fan club, Amy. I don't know if you joined live, so remember to do that. Also, you guys, thank you for joining the fan club, Amy. I don't know if you joined or you just sent me a heart, but thank you so much. Oh, I'm frozen. Okay, I was frozen for a second. That was fucking scary. Okay, but we're back. So it kind of sucks about not doing this at home, okay, because I don't have fucking Wi-Fi here. I'm sorry. But, again, so you guys, Kick-Ass Armor Girl's in the chat. My girl's here. Thank you for the hand heart, Amy. You are so sweet. I appreciate you guys also so much for sending gifts. It is so appreciated when you guys do that. It does help, Pat, like, I don't know, I do have my Patreon, so if you guys do want to join that, it's $5 a month. You get some great content over there. And I know we have some people from TikTok joining too, like our girl Katarina is now over there. And for everyone who's just joining stream, you guys, Kick-Ass Army Go with the bananas for Mary. What was I saying? All these are up on YouTube now, besides this one, obviously. So everything is uploaded on YouTube besides the second one. So go check that out. I am reading this book as we are reading it on live. I have not gone forward. Nani, you have found your people. Welcome. We talk shit on Sister Wives. We snark all day long on Plathville. I mean, everything, truly. So you are welcomed here, and I'm so excited to have you. Okay. Also, huge night, you guys. I'm talking so much. Obviously, this is my live. I should be talking. Like, what the fuck else would we be doing here? You guys, I gotta turn that down. I'm sorry. I'm already at 50%. Fuck. Salt Lake City is on tonight. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. If you guys, I know I was a TLC girly forever. Like, I never, oh my God, we're almost at our goal for the 80% of our banana goal. Thank you, Amy. You are amazing. Real Houses of Salt Lake City is on tonight. I'm so excited. Again, I was just a TLC girly, MTV girly with the reality shows like fucking Jersey Shore and all that bullshit. But Salt Lake City is so fucking good. Jump right on in. It's amazing. It's great. The drama is insane. Okay. I think I have to turn my light on now. So also, if you want to get this light, Amazon. It's good. It does wonders. Okay. Now, she's an influencer. Who is she? Okay, hold on. I gotta turn this shit down. Yeah, no, seriously, it is so good. Even if you jump in season 1, it is so, like, someone goes to, I won't ruin it, but someone goes to jail, okay? Like, it's like, oh my God. It's so good. Okay. You guys, also, for everyone joining that was here, oh my God, this is, like, so bright. Lights, camera, action. For everyone that was here last night and I ended stream early, I am sorry. My boyfriend surprised me and came home early, and like I get so embarrassed by like doing this in front of him. And I feel like I won't be myself because I'd be like, oh my God, he's gonna think I'm crazy for talking all this shit. Even though I do talk shit, but he doesn't get the Sister Wives world. So I'm sorry for ending stream early yesterday, but I'm so glad you're all back joining me tonight. So God, it sucks right in the car. Okay, let's jump right on in to the book where we were at yesterday. Okay, so yesterday we were in the middle of chapter 28, and she was talking about her self-care routine and all of that. So, and then we were talking about, I think did we get through the self-care? I get so like turned around. Okay, no, we got through the self-care. Now we're talking about the catfish yesterday, and now, okay, we're just gonna start on the top of page 193. And we were just talking about the catfish with bananas and Mary, as we know. Okay. Oh, God, excuse me. Okay. Class is in session. Everybody, let's get ready. This is a book club. So let's dive right on in. I have no doubt it would have never happened if Cody hadn't completely withdrawn his affection. Okay, talking about the catfish. I've been on the wrong side of Cody, and it's a lonely place. But from that point on, he blamed her for the relationship issues. And I think we talked about this yesterday, which I know we did, that this is where Mary really fucked up. I think she should have left when she got caught cheating on Cody. Instead, she like doubled down on her fidelis, her loyalty to Cody, and she wasn't being loyal when she was sexting. I'll tell you that much. And now that gave Cody the okay to then blame everything on Mary instead of taking any accountability on her. I wouldn't either, kick-ass army girl. I really wouldn't. Like, she said, if, is it only me but I wouldn't be shocked if Mary came out as bisexual. And I wouldn't either. Okay, we're on chapter 28 for all those who are asking. We're about 2 pages in. Again, I had to stream early yesterday, so I'm sorry. Okay. All right, Janelle's daughter, Maddie, left Vegas to attend Utah State in 2015. Shortly after she left for school, she started dating Caleb. We did go on this whole diatribe yesterday, so I'm not going to really rehash how much I hate the relationship between Caleb and Madison. But just know, I think it's fucked up. I think it's disgusting. They're basically cousins. And he's also 10 years older than her. And their love story, quote unquote, love story, started when she was 16, when her uncle died. Disgusting. It's disgusting. And like, this whole family's like, oh, it's okay. Let's just co-sign this. Oh, because Caleb's nice. Okay? Gross. You know who else I said was nice? Ted Bundy. Okay? He was in fact not nice. So, God. All right. I'm not comparing Caleb to Ted Bundy. I'm not, like, obviously, he's obviously not but Caleb, but it's disgusting. And I'm sure they have a great relationship now. I always get fucking roasted every time I post about Madison and Caleb, which I try not to do because people like fucking come for me in the chat. They're like, well, actually, I don't really care. I don't even care if they come for me because, oh, thank you, Lucina, for the heart hands. God, what was I saying? Come for me, Madison and Caleb. I think it's disgusting. What the fuck do they have to talk about? It's a red flag, like Christine said. Because he's a good guy. I don't even know what I'm saying. I just get, everyone just comes for me, but I have that same opinion that it's just fucking gross that they ended up together. And she was so young, and I don't care that they're happy now. Well, I'm talking myself in a circle. I'm happy that she seems happy. I'm happy that they have a good marriage, and he's a good dad, allegedly. But I think that someone who is 26 years old, interested in a 16-year-old, or even an 18-year-old, say, okay, 17, 18, I don't give a fuck. What do you have in common? I am nearing my 30s, and I said this yesterday. I am nearing my 30s. You put me in a room with someone who is 19, 18, I'm like 17. What? So, thinking about college? Oh, yeah, like I can tell you about my college education. Like, I can relate that way. Like, what the fuck do we have to talk about? Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. I don't like that comment. I don't like that comment, babe. I'm not even gonna read it. Okay, anyways. Can you vote? Can I vote? Yes, I can vote. I don't know if you're talking about me. Oh, no, maybe Donna's talking about, Madison. Madison can't vote when she's married. Okay. It has always felt weird. I'm 30 now and 25 feels so young simply because what do we... Exactly. Like, that's my whole point. Like, and as you get older, like, when you have that age gap relationship, I think it changes because your life's... Or, like, what you're looking for is the same. Like, like, when you're someone... If you're 50 and you're dating someone 60, like, okay, it doesn't really matter at that point. But when you're 28 and you're dating an 18-year-old, like, your life's, like, it's vastly different. And like, even like, I don't know, it's just fucking weird. It's just weird. Okay, great. Again, I said, I'm like, I'm not talking about this, and here I go, I'm like on a tangent because I just like, I feel so passionately about it because I think it's fucking disgusting and it's just wrong. Just wrong. Okay, great. Anyways. All right. And it was fun to see them grow close. Yeah, it's fun to see an adult man grow close to a teenager. So cool. Especially as the adult relationship in the family continued to implode. But after Caleb asked her to marry him. And as their June 2016 wedding grew closer, Maddie decided her own happiness depended on lifting me from an abyss. Okay, I'm gonna turn my seat heater on. Turn this up a bit. Okay. I didn't talk about this for the cameras. Just before Maddie and Caleb got married, I blew out my knee. I tore my ACL and my meniscus, and I had to have surgery. Why didn't we talk about this? This seems like something like we should be talking about, but okay, I guess we just left it out of the show. Huge life event, whatever. Cody brought me home from the hospital and then prepared to leave. Okay. So I know where we're going in this. This is going to be her quote unquote addiction, which I am going to say it's a dependency. Now, addiction is very close to my life with some very close family members. Okay, we'll say some family members of mine struggle with addiction. So forgive me if I'm going to not take this as seriously, because I already know what's coming, and I just don't think that what she's saying here is really true addiction. But we'll and I haven't read it, but we'll just know I understand addiction on a very deep level with not myself, but family. Okay, great. So she tore her ACL and meniscus, and then Cody brought me home from the hospital and then prepared to leave. So great. She came home from the hospital, and then Cody's like, okay, see ya, bye-bye, I gotta go check on Rob's. Gotta go make sure Rob's laundry's done. Great. What do I need to do? I asked, wondering about my meds and aftercare. I don't know, he said. Or, excuse me. I don't know, he said. They didn't give you instructions? No, he said. But he had gotten my prescription for my pain pills filled, and he handed me the bag. My mom and my daughter stayed to help. That's great. That's insane that he wouldn't stay. Like, oh, this is like a time where we need to stay to help my wife, Christine. No, I gotta go check on my other ones because I already stayed with her at the hospital, so we just gotta go. It's fine. I have never taken, I don't know if I can say this on TikTok. She's never taken a certain type of pain reliever before. If something hurt, I took ibuprofen or aspirin. Real pain indicates that there's something wrong. And if I take something that masks the problem, I'm not going to fix the problem. So I generally avoid it, excuse me. With the surgery, I already had fixed the problem, and it hurt, so I took my meds. Oh, the prescription starts with an O. Okay, and this is a very common prescription that got a lot of people hooked on it during the 2000s, which I admittedly, I could have had a dependency after I got my fucking wisdom teeth out, because my God, that doctor was just like, here, just take it, like, and as a teenager, I'm like, holy shit, this feels good. I mean, luckily, like, I didn't get addicted, or go down that rabbit hole, but it was just an epidemic at that time. And that's exactly, like Lucina in the chat says, that's exactly how addiction, and sadly, that's how addiction happens. It is exactly how addiction happens. And I'm happy everyone kind of knows more now, right? Okay. So on the third day after my surgery, I felt like I had the flu. I was achy from head to toe. I took an O, and all of the symptoms went away. Oh, I thought, I'm not taking this for my knee anymore. I'm taking this because I'm achy everywhere. And then it gave me the best high I ever felt. I was on top of the world, and I could accomplish everything. I lived about 2 minutes away from the interview set, so I could take an O just before I left, drive to work before it hit, and then feel great on set. O made the set fine. I could do anything on O. Okay, so Dawn in the chat says the nerve blocker wore off, and that is, I agree, I think what happened and why you'd feel achy after surgery. Like, I'll say I had breast augmentation in February of 2024, and I opted for do not give me any painkillers because the doctor also didn't prescribe painkillers, and I chose him for that being a reason, because of my family addiction history, right? And I knew I liked the way it felt when I had my wisdom teeth out, right? So, on the third day, that's when the nerve blocker wears off. So I think that's kind of maybe what she felt like. Oh shit, day 3, it fucking hits. Like, surgery sucks. I don't know if like on day 3 you're necessarily hooked or dependent yet, but you guys can correct me wrong. If I'm wrong in the chat, please do. I'm very open to this. So no, this is not pre-recorded. I do my lives every day, and they're all uploaded onto YouTube after, which we got all that taken care of. I noticed there's the most people in the chat as of right now, so make sure you're liking this live, sharing it with your friends. We are doing book club here, so if you are new here, we talk shit about this book, and sister wives and everything in general. We talk, we just talk the shit, right? So great. Okay, so Amy G in the chat says, it takes a tad longer physically, but not mentally, to become dependent. It only takes one time. I agree. Okay, you're right. Okay, I'm just gonna zoop, and we'll keep on going. And this makes sense on the timing with, so Madison was getting married, and this is when she went fucking insane during that, Ruby's in the chat, welcome Ruby Renee, when they were doing that cake tasting, she was like losing her goddamn mind. She's like, oh my god, I love it, like freaking the fuck out. Like, admittedly, you can tell that she's feeling absolutely no pain. Thank you for the 27 chilies, Ruby. I love that you're here. We were talking about you earlier. I'm like, my girl Ruby's not here yet, but I had to start. Okay. Let's keep on keeping on. Great. About 45 minutes later, I would feel the low coming, and I'd feel so sad. You've got another couple of hours before you can take another one, I'd think. You've just got to get through this. All I could do was think about the next hit, and it was hours away. Okay, that's pretty sad. Yeah, I guess I can see this paving the way toward an addiction. It became the cycle of the best high ever, 45 minutes of swimming along on the world, realizing the low was coming, hitting the low, then fixating on the next hit. When I would start the exact same cycle again. About 2 weeks into this shambles, where I couldn't even think clearly enough to get myself out, Maddie came over, sat on the couch with me in my room. Okay, so what do we all think about this? What do we make of this with Christine and this dependency building? I mean, I think she's setting, like, her life is setting herself, like, how sad she is constantly, and this is just like giving her that joy that she's hasn't felt in a while. And I think is what we said earlier, a great thing to say is, this is exactly how this starts. This is exactly how addiction starts, is like this, and you never feel that same high again after the first time, right? So I'm happy she included this. I do think this was just a dependency, though. I don't want to say this is full-blown addiction, but I think I'm happy she's talking about this, because this is a lot of people can relate to this story, unfortunately. Okay. But I also think, like, the next hit is a little dramatic for her popping a pill, right? Like, I think that's just a little too much. Okay. Okay, so she was 2 weeks in after post-surgery. They do drink, though, Rachel. So Rachel says they also don't drink, so probably wild to feel anything for the first time in your 40s. But she talks about how earlier in the book, how she loved to have a beer, and that would make her the best mom ever, because then she could, like, relax and, like, not be so stressed out. So, I don't know. Caleb's coming out. Hold on. Gotta get my Madison. Hold on. Let me drink some water really quick. Okay. We're getting Madison ready. We're gonna have a extra spit here. Caleb's coming over. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be making. You know what? If you're here for a serious book reading, this is a time you're not gonna like me. Okay, and I know this is a serious subject, Like, again, family addiction, like, deep in it still. Okay, family, like, deep. So if you're not ready to laugh, if you're not, I'm warning you. I am warning you. If you are not ready to laugh, you gotta get out of here, okay? All right. Oh my God, I'm making myself laugh. Okay. Caleb's coming over, she said. You're a mess. I miss you. We all miss you. We all need you back. So whatever you're doing, you need to figure it out. Okay, it's not funny. It's really not funny. It's not funny. I'm sorry. I told her I'd get off of it and then everything would be okay. I talked to Cody. Madison talks like that. I told her I'd get off and everything would be okay. I talked to Cody. I have an addiction to Smoxycontin. I told him, I'm going to need your help to get off of this. I broke the capsules in half. I gave them to Aspen because I knew it would be mortifying to ask her for more. Okay, what? So she gave her, so she gave her daughter the pills? Like, what? What? Oh my God. Okay, whatever. Or maybe is that because she wanted, her to give him that? Like, she wanted her pills to be like, I don't understand. Okay, whatever. I knew it'd be mortifying to have to ask her for more. After I started taking the half dose, I never had the schmy feeling again. And I never had the low. After about a week of that, Cody took all of the young girls out of town. Oh, is this when they went to fucking California for Gwendolyn's birthday, maybe? And I spent the weekend in bed sobbing, watching Pretty Woman over and over, sobbing. I couldn't handle my life. I couldn't handle anything. My mom stayed with me. Oh, she said my mom. My mom stayed with me and took care of me. At the end, I gave the rest of the schmoxy to my mom. You can take them to your local pharmacy and they'll dispose of them. You don't want to flush them into the city sewage system because it can contaminate local waterways and the water supply. But I was still so unbalanced for maybe 6 months after that. Okay. I didn't feel like me, and all I wanted was some schmoxy. I couldn't get it, and that made me angry. I knew I would never feel that schmy again. Maybe that's why she was so pissed off when McKelty was getting married. She's like, oh, now we got Tony? You're marrying Tony? Like, that, really? Like, what the fuck? You guys, amazing job. Okay, we're going to take a little pause here. Amazing job liking the live, sharing the live. I appreciate all of you guys so much. We got 263 people in the chat. Make sure you're liking it, following along. We do book club every single day, besides the weekend. So, Monday through Friday. This is Sister Wife by Christine Brown, and we're on chapter 28, about to be on chapter 29. So, you guys... I just did the R's with my nose. Okay, I love it. So we are going to be reading. Okay, let's just tell you guys what we got going on. We're going to be reading the next chapter, and we're going to call it quits after that. But remember, I have a podcast, so if you want to hear me talk even longer than this, head on over there. If you love this live and you can't watch the entire thing, or you have to go to bed or take care of your children or go eat dinner, it's over on YouTube, so go check that out as well. Also, Patreon link is in the bio where I recap all things Sister Wives, Plathville, Seeking Sister Wives, and all that good stuff. Okay, nice. And now we're up to 14,000 likes. Okay, great, guys. Ooh. Okay, I'm like sitting in this parking lot and I get so scared every time someone like pulls up on me. Okay, great. It was that fast to become addicted and that long to find myself again. I decided to tell my kids about it, to be open about what had happened, which is good. I agree with that because then you can warn them of the dangers. My name of my podcast is Reality with Bad Gal Brie. So that is wherever you can get a podcast, you can go listen to it. And I just released my Plathville episode, so great. I decided, okay, so great, she told them. And what kind of mom would I be if I didn't warn them? That being said, medical professionals will also tell you that you will hear better after a surgery if you're not in pain. But as soon as ibuprofen will suffice, stop with the schmoxy. The memory of that high still tempts me. I had a root canal not too long ago, and I told them I could not have it. I took Tylenol, and I was just fine. Again, I'm going to scream this from the rooftops. I literally had a breast augmentation and no painkillers. Did not need a painkiller. Okay. So I don't, we gotta cut this shit out in America with the painkillers. Am I right? Okay. All right. Great. So no more schmoxy for Christine, which is good. I'm proud of her. That's, again, she could have ruined the rest of her life. She could have, a lot of bad things could have happened if she didn't have that support system. She didn't have Madison to like kind of help her pull herself out of it. And I mean, like, I guess she didn't really have a support system because she didn't have fucking Cody, but Madison, and kind of her being accountable for that. So I am proud of her for sharing this part of her life. Great. When I look back to that time, I don't know what might have happened if Maddie hadn't felt comfortable coming to me. If we hadn't had all those years of sitting on the couch and talking about everything from lost teeth to first kisses. And I don't know what I don't know if I would have been strong enough to get myself out of it if I hadn't already discovered that I love myself to want it back. Okay. But my kids weren't done with me. McKelty moved to St. George, Utah. There, a friend introduced her to... Oh, here we go. There. McKelty moved to St. George, Utah. There, a friend introduced her to Tony Padron. Soon after that, she got her associates at UNLV, and they came home and announced that they wanted to get married. We'd only met him a few times, and I handled it poorly. Really? She goes, I remember, I will never forget when they're in Hawaii, and she's like, really? Really? Oh my god. Oh, Tony, huh? You're marrying him. But it's also like, it was giving like subtle microaggressions, if you will. Also, let's see. I want to do... Okay. I'm so sorry, Bree reads, that you are going through that. Bree reads, I'm not going to read that for people to read out loud, but I acknowledge it, and I'm sorry. I also witnessed family members become monsters in their own addictions, and it's tough to go through. So, anyways, great. I was in shock. I thought she would come back to Vegas to go to fashion school. Oh, and she would draw all those sweetheart neckline dresses because she was so good at that. Okay, no. Oh, fun fact about me, I went to fashion school. Great, now I sell boats. See how that worked out. She was 19. I didn't know if they were a serious couple. How? All of your kids marry their first person they start dating. Like, how did we not know this was serious? But it also sent me straight back in time. I realized I wish I'd had more time to date Cody, and I worried for her. I thought Cody and I should have taken the time to get to know each other in more intimate, romantic way. Maybe he would have figured out he wasn't that into me, or maybe I would have. Okay. Also, though, they did get to know each other in an intimate way. All right? We know that. Dream Academy. I don't know what they're talking about, babe, but hopefully she's nice, pretty, so... I wanted McKelty to fall in love. I wanted her to have passion. I worried that she had done what I always told her to do. Find a friend, build a partnership. Love is a gradual thing and will come. I knew that if she didn't have the passion when she got married, she would miss something important. I didn't think they had it. I didn't see any romance. Then we played this silly couples game, and McKelty and Tony knew each other better than the rest of us. But the rest of us knew each other after being together for decades. They'll be fine, I thought. They talked to each other constantly about everything. They felt comfortable doing it. It took them a month to figure out all these things they knew about each other that I still didn't know about Cody. It hit me hard how Cody was with Robin and Maddie was with Caleb, and then how McKelty was with Tony, especially with McKelty because she found love so quickly. Oh, I thought. These are soulmates, and Cody and I just don't have it. Thank you, Mama Chartreuse Rex, for the live and the 5 roses. You are so sweet and so nice. I appreciate all the kind gestures when you guys are sending me gifts. It truly helps so much. And also, go join my Patreon if you want to spend some money. It's $5 a month, and you get all the backlog episodes, everything like that. You guys, How sad does your life have to be that, like, when you look at Tony and McKelty and you're like, I want what they have? Because, babe, I don't want what Tony and McKelty have. I can tell you that right now. Or, like, the bar is in hell for these people. And looking at Tony McKelty, I'm like, and all the weird taco shit that they post and all the fucking, his bloody nipples, like, I don't want that. Like, I want the opposite of that. I mean, I guess everyone has to find every pot has a lid, as they say, but Tony McKelty? Okay, anyway. Chapter 29. I could move here. Maddie and McKelty got married while we were in Vegas, and then Aspen got married, and I loved being near her and seeing her as a new wife. My kids were all doing well in the schools, and planning to go to college at University of Nevada, Las Vegas, so they'd be close to home with in-state tuition. As long as the kids were close, I was fine. Being upset about things, being jealous about things, being angry about things, what good does that do anyone? I wanted the kids to have a good relationship with their dad. For that to happen, I had to push my own feelings down. And then in 2017, we found out the Oakland Raiders were moving to Vegas. Everything was going to be hell, Cody grumbled, and the kids wouldn't be safe and traffic would be bad and ... Seriously? We lived in Las Vegas. It's not known as a city of morality. A football team seemed like the least of our worries. But then the family started talking about schools not being safe. Why does the Las Vegas Raiders change anything? What the fuck? Like, why does that make everything not safe? Like, are you like, oh, that kind of sounds racially, a little racist. Like, the fuck? If anything, it's bringing money to your town. Like, be so fucking for real. That's kind of a weird thing for Cody to say. Just his way of making him move. I don't think so. Because they never mentioned this on the show. I don't think it's that. I think, maybe an excuse to get out of their, balloon payments or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. We'll see. My kids were excellent. Janelle's kids, great. No fears, lots of friends, great teachers. Oh, here we go. One day, out of nowhere, Cody sat us all down. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That I think, well, someone in the chat, I'm not going to read that out loud because I don't want to get yeeted. But that's why I'm saying I think Cody is saying some racially insensitive things. So, with the whole NFL thing, trying to scare them, like, it's insane. And you moved to fucking Las Vegas. Like, you got a melting pot of people. And it's the city of sin. All right? Tony is a non-white person. But we saw how they treated Tony in the beginning. And actually, in the show, they had some black neighbors. And Cody was like, your sister wife? And it's like the guy's daughter. It's like, what? Hello, Texas Heather? Great. Glad you could join us. Okay, diving right back in. Oh my, I don't want my light to die. Okay, sorry, I just got scared that I was dying. Okay, because that means we have to end stream early because I have to post this on YouTube and we can't go dark. Okay, here we go. We're sitting everyone down because the whole family is doing great and Cody's about to implode it because Dayan he wants to go to Flagstaff. He's not gonna get in college into NAU. Okay. Which I don't understand why not. One day, out of nowhere, Cody sat us all down and explained that we needed to leave Vegas, saying it would be safer and better for us financially. He presented a plan, but said we could pick where we ended up. As it turned out, even the picking of the place had been preordained. Yeah, you don't say. Oh, you're just catching on to that? What? As a family, which meant everyone but Mary, Janelle, and me, we decided to move to Flagstaff. All right, I remember thinking, I guess that's what we're doing. What the fuck do you mean? As a family, which meant everyone but. So him and Robin decided that, hey guys, we're actually gonna move to Flagstaff because Dayan wants to go to NAU. Great. Thank you, Christy, in the chat. I'm like, why? Like, I will never get over how Flagstaff was such a shitty place for them to live. And it's like, it's better financially. It's better financially. Financially? Well, we saw what the houses did after they sold and how Vegas boomed after. Absolutely boomed. So they completely fucked up moving there. And again, like Donna says in the chat, it's an expensive resort town. It's literally a college town, a ski town. It's not like, and people from Arizona go there in the summer and they live somewhere else in the winter. Like, it's not, it made no sense for them to go there. If they wanted to go to Montana, Wyoming, Utah, would be anywhere, I'd be like, oh, that's a good place to go because they got family by them. Flagstaff? Why the fuck Flagstaff? They don't ski, do they? No, but Mary skied that one time and then hurt her ACL. Never forget. Okay. Great. Let's see where we're going with this. I was furious. I did not want to take the kids away from their friends and schools, but we were a family and I wanted to be a team player, so I decided to be open-minded about it, even though I thought it was ridiculous. Why on earth would we uproot our family again? Exactly. Why would we do this? Oh, because Miss Robin wants to get everything she wants, Cody. Janelle was equally oh my God, I said it again, equally. My God. You guys remember, I had to be unhooked on phonics as a kid because I couldn't read that well. And this is where it got me, okay? I'm sorry. Don't make fun of me in the chat. I'm sorry. Great. Oh my God. I hadn't realized how independent Janelle was until we moved to Vegas. She traveled by herself and she made plans with her kids without worrying about Cody. I'll let him know if he wants to come, he can. Great. Love it. Love that energy. When Cody started talking about moving, she had other plans. Why don't we stay here? She asked me. Janelle had stayed behind in the past, waiting until we all got settled. We could keep our kids in school. I could be near Aspen and Maddie. I could be there for when the kids went to college. For a moment, I thought, why don't we stay here? But I couldn't split up the family. I believed this was my kid's best chance to have a good relationship with their dad. And in what world? He hasn't been good in Vegas. You think he's going to be good in Flagstaff? He's going to manipulate you into being like, or gaslight you, be like, no, it'd be really good. We can get close again. And then you don't see him ever again because that's exactly what happened. Remember when he promised Christine, like, when she put those wrestling mats in her garage, she's like, I'll come over more. I'll be nicer to you. Like, I'll spend more time with you because I just like put a wrestling match in the garage. Like, are you like, be so fucking for real? Like, the naivete of this is insane. Like, this is beyond. And like, exactly, you guys just had your first grandchild. Aspen just got married. Why are we why would we leave? Tell Dayton to go to a community college. And I'm sure Dayton wanted to get away from your asses anyway. Tell Dayton to pick somewhere else. Have him go be by his dad. Like, why are we following what Dayton wants? Because, like, I don't know if it's confirmed in the book, but, like, I know it to be true that they literally, Cody, moved there because Dayton got into school. Oh, yeah, guys, guess what? I have an announcement. I got into NAU. We know. Like, oh, well, we're shocked. Like, it's insane. Anyways. Okay. At that point, Cody was saying, I don't care where we go. We just have to get away from the Raiders. Okay. Again, racist. My kids should all be Raiders for Halloween one year. It seems it would be terrifying. Anyway, Cody kept throwing out Flagstaff as a possibility. I had never been, so we went to Flagstaff for my birthday and showed me different places. Again, here he goes gaslighting his wives and being like, oh, look, we're gonna have this great relationship. Look what we can do together. Look at all these things. And like being like, oh, we're gonna fuck. And they probably fucked in Flagstaff. And like, oh, this is gonna be really good. Look, we're reinvigorating a relationship because he did this to Mary too. Insane. And him and Robin had this all planned out together because their little secrets that they have. Oh, Dayton is still in Flagstaff and he still lives with Cody and Robin. Whatever happened to you're adults? Bye. Doesn't matter. Okay, bye, Ashley. This is what book club is. I did warn you ahead of time. And also, this isn't an airport. You do not need to announce your departure, okay? We'll see you later, babe. Thanks for joining. God. Bye-bye. I fear one day, so someone in the chat says, one day Mary will release a book and tell the truth. And she's not. I want her to. I don't think so. I don't think Mary is a pick-me girl, okay? So she's still gonna be waiting on Cody. I'll read it though. You know I will read that book if it comes out one day. Can't wait. Oh, Christ, I'm so hungry. My stomach's rumbling. Okay, here we go. So then he showed me the property at Coyote Pass, where he thought the family should move. It was a 14-acre undeveloped lot that looked out over the mountains. I fell in love with the view and immediately understood how wonderful it would be for all of us to have settled there on our own lots. Which is crazy because how the fuck... So I Googled pick me and I'm not really sure what that is. Okay, let me explain this to you. Texas Heather. A pick me is a girl that is just like anything a guy will do. Like, she wants a guy's attention, and we call her pick me girl because she just wants a guy to pick her so bad. Like, she just wants a guy just to want her to be picked. She just wants to be that girl, you know, and she's just not that girl. Thank you, Once Upon a Time, for the tiny diny holding a hot dog. It's my first time for getting one of those. Thank you, girlfriend. Thank you for everyone in the chats being so sweet and kind and nice to me. I love you all always. Okay, so, and I do need to say this, is that they looked at fucking this place called Cottonwood too. Thank you, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, for the I Heart You. You are amazing for that. Doing amazing with the gifts tonight. Last night, you guys, I got off live and I was like, oh, I had to end early, and it was like 4 cents, which I don't care. I love doing this. This is my therapy. I don't go to therapy anymore, and this is my therapy. This is great. Okay, lock in. Okay, great. She imagined it. So I imagined us each in our corners of the lots with our own homes, hanging out somewhere in the middle. We would transplant the cul-de-sac. It seemed magical and amazing, and a way to get a reset. I could move here, I said. I'm sure you all know the saying, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So you're probably thinking, what the actual hell was Christine thinking? I think about that every single time. Every single time we watch those episodes. And Janelle, what the fuck was Janelle thinking? I thought Cody and Mary. Well, what the hell is Mary thinking, period? Like, what the fuck? Okay. I thought Cody would realize what he was missing. He and Robin had been together for a few years, so maybe the shine had worn off. Oh no. For him to remember his other families. The big family picture had always been important to him. And I would think you're going to realize how incredible your kids are. And you're going to want to be in their lives again. Because what we had in Wyoming was so good and so cool. All right, that was a long time ago. Wyoming was years ago. We were in Wyoming, then Lehigh, and then in Vegas. Like, this is so sad. Like, he said, fuck them kids when Robin came in the picture and decided to be stepdaddy. Like, God. And isn't that a whole thing we should talk about too, of like how Robin did this for her family, or Once Upon a Time with a Tiny Dunny with the love this time. Thank you. How Robin's mom did this with Robin, and she just repeated the cycle with it. Ashley says, are you going to read Kamala's book? I don't think I can make fun of Kamala's book, so I'm going to say no. I will not read that on live because I fear that that's too serious for what we do over here. Anyways, let's keep it going. So, because I don't want my fucking light to die. Let me see how many pages we have left. Thank you again with the Once Upon a Time with a Tiny Tiny. Laura Lee, reminding me of Laura Lee from Vanderpump Rules. Then always having to kiss Robin's kids goodnight. Or just kiss Robin. Or her kids in general. You guys, I don't know if I can finish this whole thing tonight, but we'll try. Alright, so we'd gone on television because we knew our family was special. So I wanted it to be us again. I honestly thought we would balance out. I saw Coyote Pass as a solution. Cody talked to Mary about the possibility of a new start in their relationship. And then she was in. Janelle may have fallen harder for the property than any of us. But the three of us believed in Cody and his promise of a reset. Still, I was so sad to leave Aspen and Maddie behind. Aspen had gotten married in December of 2018, and she struggled. Oh my God, didn't know she got married in December. And she struggled with the idea of us leaving. She didn't understand why we needed to go, and I couldn't explain. Yeah, because the way she called it, she's like, don't fucking leave. What are you doing? What are you doing? So we're just gonna be alone? I remember her saying, yeah, okay, also, Aspen, you just got married. You're starting a new life. Okay, you can be with your husband, okay? Which I also, though, Aspen's always been such an integral part of the family and Christine's family, like literally being her co-parent. So I could see how this would be insane for her to go through. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Aspen got married in June. The December wasn't correct. Yeah, Always Sunny, I don't understand, because they had a summer wedding. It was outside and they were all in kilts and shit. McKelty, pull up your shirt. I don't need to see that much of your body, as Mary would say. She got married in December, so that was fucking weird, but whatever. See? Christine not appreciating Aspen yet again. Okay, talking to her about it broke my heart, and it broke hers too. Dad just felt like we needed to go. Maybe we should have stayed in Vegas, Janelle and me. Maybe we should have let our kids finish school there. Maybe I should have stayed with Janelle and cultivated that friendship. But maybe neither of us would have gotten the finality we needed. Yeah, I think, well, this move to Vegas, or excuse me, Flagstaff, was like the nail in the coffin for the rest of the family. Thank you for the rose, Leanne Iverson. Okay. But this is what set into motion everything. And, okay, Aspen married June of 2019. Thank you, Sissa. Okay, and what that would have been like, maybe they could have gotten their own show if they stayed there, you know, and started, like, saving their money, but maybe Cody would have made them put in the big family pot. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here it is, Cody. Okay. Still, the more I think about it now, the more frustrated I get that I didn't stay with Janelle and our girls. About a month after we moved in 2018, we learned that Dan, Robin and Cody's son, had been accepted into the university in Flagstaff. Stepdad. I was furious. Was that why we moved? So Robin could be closer to her son while I pulled farther away from my children. This may surprise you, but things didn't improve for the Cody Brown family there. We settled into our new places. Most of us focused on finding something affordable because we had to pay off Coyote Pass before we could even begin to build there. But maybe even more so now that we believed we had moved there under false pretenses. It seemed like we weren't worried about the Raiders. It seemed like we were worried about Dan going to college in Flagstaff. I'm moving. Put the house back on the market. I don't care about Coyote Pass. Fuck your Coyote Pass. I'm moving back with my kids to Vegas and living in my house that I love, that I still own, because fuck that. Fuck that. That's like, that is insane. That is insane. I would be livid. I would never trust this bitch ever again in my life. Never. I wouldn't trust her after the dress incident or all the secrets that her and Cody had. But like, this is crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna try to plug my phone in too, you guys, because my phone is dying. Oh no, we only have 9%. Okay, hopefully that'll stay there. Okay. Oh, my phone's connecting. Can you guys still hear me? I'm gonna wait to read until you guys can. Someone in the chat confirm. I am in my car. Yeah. I do this on. Okay, perfect. We can hear. Okay, thank you guys. Okay. Okay. Cody still controlled the family money, as well as the payment for the property. I continued to tell Cody what I needed and then receive a check. I believed everything actually would be put toward Coyote Pass and not the dolls. As did Mary, Janelle handled our books so she could see where most of our money went. What? Okay, whatever. Janelle rented a small apartment and Robin rented a large house. Mary found a place to rent, but then had to move again because her landlord said the neighbors were uncomfortable with having someone who lives polygamy around. And because I couldn't find a rental that worked for my kids, I bought a house. We could sell it when it was time to move and invest in Coyote Pass. I remember constantly asking Cody why we hadn't paid off the property and why we hadn't started building anything. About 6 months after we moved to Flagstaff, he gathered us for a major presentation. He was excited, hair flopping, ready to hit us with yet another big idea. He unveiled the one house plan. This idea that as we had in Lehigh, we would all have separate apartments in one big house. Cody would have his own separate space with a gorgeous view and grand windows, and our apartments would be afterthoughts. No way, I remember thinking. No, I could never leave. The idea horrified me. I'd gained autonomy as a mom. I'd been able to give my kids an amazing life. I was not going to share a house again. It would be a trap. And it would be a trap. It would be a trap. Oh, girl. Nana of twins, who is my doppelganger. Everyone says Lala Kent. So, she's annoying as fuck on VBR, but I do appreciate that. Oh my god, thank you, Katarina. This would send me, like, I'm not living with fucking Robin, number one. And you know Robin wanted this because she hadn't had it in, oh, there goes the security. She hadn't had it in Lehigh. Oh, thank you, Katarina. She's a realtor. Oh, a realtor in Barnstown. I hope that security doesn't come over here. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, thank you for the follow, Jenny. I love how she goes, I'm like, oh, Cody's space would have this gorgeous view, grand windows, like, personally, I think it would have worked out better if they didn't all live separate. I do too, but I think they probably would have been, Cody couldn't have gotten away with loving Robin more if they all lived separate, though. And it wouldn't have gone on that long. I think the show ruined them, and I think Robin also ruined them. But this is crazy. Let's get back into it. In addition to Cody's private quarters in the middle of the house. Oh, thank you, Katarina. I'm going to read this comment out loud for Katarina. Says, also, thank you for the Plathville Patreon today. Y'all missing out. You need to head over there if you ain't following the baddie. Thank you, girlfriend. I agree. Go over there. Katarina is from TikTok, found us on live, and now, me, and subscribed over on the Patreon so she gets a fuckload of stuff. There we go. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Okay. In addition to Cody's private quarters in the middle of the house, he had planned to have a cabin on another one of our plots so he could escape. Why do you need to escape? You already have your own quarters. Like, the fuck? You don't need this. And he's just not interested he's not interested in being with any of these women. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I thought, so you obviously don't like the idea of all of us living together in one house either. I'm not really interested in that, I said. I didn't give in. I didn't try to be a team player. On the committee that ignored my needs, I didn't say it's fine. It wasn't. Cody asked me why I wasn't into it. I told him I felt like it was a step backward and it would mean I didn't have anything in my name, which she wouldn't. She wouldn't have anything in her name. But it was probably to escape Areola is probably why he needed that cabin, because Areola would be over there all the goddamn time. And then she would literally have nothing to her name, Christine would, and then guess, my volume seems low. I don't think that affects the mic, babe. I don't know. Maybe I'll unplug from the charger. So then there would be a trap. It would be a fucking trap for her to stay, and she wouldn't get shit because they would never be able to sell that house to anybody besides a polygamous family. And like, then she'd again have nothing because they're all fucking spending their own. Well, Robin's spending all the fucking money on dolls and stupid shit that she doesn't need to fill her house and fucking art. This is crazy. Okay, you guys, I'm getting so hungry, so I'm gonna finish reading this page. I'm gonna read to page 204, and then I'm gonna go home and make dinner because I'm so hungry. My light's probably gonna die too. Okay, great. Ooh, page 204. Worse, Cody was an absent dad. No, we already knew that. Tell me something I didn't know. Okay. So we're just going to be alone. I remember her saying. Oh, sorry, that was Aspen. Cody asked, okay, TLC paid us all in a lump sum, which went into a business we created, but once again, like Dab Sark. But once again, there was never seemed to be enough money to take care of our big expenses. It was weird and frustrating because I knew how much money we were getting and we should have been fine. While the rest of us needed to get approval from the family to spend extra beyond our monthly payroll, Cody, it seemed to me, could spend however much he wanted without our approval because he's the man. Cody would Cody would just take out funds, and I don't know what for, Chanel told me recently on camera. And the money would just be spent. Lots of it. It horrified her. The family didn't seem to be going, didn't seem, sorry guys. The family money didn't seem to be going into paying off the property. I didn't want to go back to the days of being told there was no money for groceries to feed my kids, but plenty for a sports car for Cody. Or a diamond ring for Robin. But with the one house plan, I also understood that Cody's having his own space meant he would never be at my place. No, I wouldn't, he said, because I'd have my own house. You would always be at Robin's house, I said. Truly, is it? Well, she has young kids. Okay, no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Truly is a year and a half older than Solomon, I said. Excuse me, Salmonella. This would not be a fresh start. This would not be Wyoming. Why had I stayed? Mary was interested in the one house idea. Cody had led her to believe he wanted to reconcile, and maybe this was her chance. But I didn't want to live near Mary again. Our relationship hadn't not improved. We both worked for the same company. She had brought me into it, so we went on a cruise together. Like, what was this? Plexus? Maddie and Audrey, Leon's partner, also went. I thought this was a chance to see if anything had changed and maybe have some fun. As my sponsor, she was supposed to introduce me around, teach me about the company culture, and get me excited about the opportunities, and I looked forward to giving our friendship another shot. Early in the trip, Mary thought I had ignored her. I told her I hadn't. I hadn't seen her. Too late. For the rest of the trip, I remember that she ignored me completely, snubbed me, insulted me, or hit me with little barbs in front of other people. It was bizarre. And also exactly why I hadn't ended the friendship the first time around. After she called me, here's how I remember the conversation. I want to be friends, she said. Oh, let me be Mary. I want to be friends, she said. Seriously? I said. No. I know, she said, but it was a long time ago. You were mean to me 2 months ago on the cruise, I said. No. This is crazy. Like, why would you do, like, even if she just say she did ignore you, like, why are you gonna be a bitch? You can make money off of her. Like, the thought? Like, I guess not even just that. Like, not even just that, but that's an insane thing to do to your sister wife who's like, oh, like, you're trying to get her in on this business. Like, this is beyond. I know she went through some rough times, but being nice is important and treating people with kindness is important. I also know she has friends now who love her and watch out for her, which makes me think she must be a good friend back to them. I'm glad for that. But I thought living in the same house again with her in Flagstaff made me feel anxious. I also knew I didn't trust Robin, so I didn't want to set up house on the other side, or I didn't want to set up house on the other side of a wall. Besides, if I could see what was going on across the cul-de-sac, it likely wouldn't be better from across the hallway. Janelle wanted to create a massive garden, and she would want my help. And I hate gardening. I also didn't want to have to take care of the family, lawn mowing and landscaping, as I had done in our other shared homes. I wanted my own little space where I could make decisions for me and my family. Okay. Oh, fuck it, you guys, I'm just gonna read to the rest of it. Okay. I'm gonna read the rest of it. All right, here we go. Worse, I understood Cody was an absent dad. I worried about my family's future. If I moved to the big house, there would be no escape. All our money would be tied up in that property. Exactly. About 6 months after we moved to Flagstaff, I realized Cody would sometimes do things with Janelle and her kids, but she didn't always seem to care either way. She'd say, "We're going to do this. We're going to do such and such this weekend." I'd ask, "Is Cody going with you?" "I don't know," she said. "He can do whatever he wants." Oh. In my mind, it wouldn't be fun without Cody. Ow. Oh my god, my foot's asleep. Okay. It wouldn't be fun without Cody, and it stopped us from doing things. What? I'd be like, it's not going to be fun with Cody. He brings an energy into him. Oh my god, I gotta charge my phone too. Okay, I'm sorry this fucks with the sound. But, okay. Okay. Great. Okay, here we go. I wanted my kids to have that well-rounded, having a dad around vacation with Cody. Oh, okay, sorry, hold on. I totally just missed a sentence. In Vegas, we lived just a few hours away from the beach, but I would wait for him. I wanted my kids to have that well-rounded, having a dad vacation with Cody. There's a shadow on me. Hold on. Oh no, hold on. Okay. Is that better? Is everything okay? Is there a ghost? Do I need to be scared? Let me know, you guys. We're celebrating 36,000 likes. Thank you, guys. Okay. Yeah, Lucy, woo! This is fucking book club, okay? Thank you. All right. We went on a few trips. Okay. Oh, Nauvoo. Okay, so I went to my Cody. Okay, right. We went on a few trips over the years. The Nauvoo, Illinois road trip that Cody had, the kids and I had taken. And we'd go up to see my dad in Idaho Falls about once a year. But in general, when we did trips, it would be with the whole family, all of the wives. Then we moved to Flagstaff, and I finally realized he wasn't going to do anything with us. He hadn't done anything with us in Vegas. The situation with Robin wasn't changing. He wasn't going to do anything with us in Flagstaff. One snowy day in February, I had an epiphany. You know what? I thought, I'm just going to do it. The mountain shimmered with a fresh coat of white, and I didn't want to miss it. So I took the kids sledding. We just went, Cody or no. Cody or no, we had a fantastic day. From then on, I didn't think twice. I invited him all the time, with Janelle as my example. But I didn't make a decision based on whether he might go with us another day. Then I realized it was much easier without him. Cody could be pretty dramatic, making it hard when he was around. We had to plan the right foods, and the stuff had to be packed in the right order. Oh, that's weird because Cody literally can't pack for shit, and they never packed the night before, so that's odd. And he needed the proper number of running shoes, and we had to be back in time for him to kiss Robin's kids good night, and so on. I'd be like, okay, then you're not coming. Bye. What about your own kid? What about Truly? You don't want to kiss Truly goodnight? You gotta go fucking over there and kiss little baby Areola and Salmon? Like, be so fucking for real right now. That's insane. I'd be so pissed. I would just be like, oh, but you didn't do that. You didn't do that for me? You're not gonna say goodnight to your own kids? Remember that one time you had to ask them to put the kids to bed? Like, the fuck? Yeah, thank you, Bree. Not everyone is great reading out loud, okay? And I'm sitting in the dark, okay? I'm sitting in the fucking dark, okay? It's hard to read in the dark, all right? So just be nice to me, okay? And as everyone knows, I was hooked on phonics as a kid, okay? I was a little behind in reading, and now here I am. So just be nice. God. And can you read for 90 minutes straight and talk for 90 minutes straight? I don't think so. Anyways. My stomach is growling and I'm so hungry. Once upon a time, we're here for the commentary. Okay, I love you guys so much. You guys are my people. So sweet. For everyone on YouTube who's watching later, you gotta come to TikTok because the chat is amazing. So, also, you guys, if you miss any of this and you want to rewatch it on TikTok, or see the hunger is getting to me. If you want to rewatch us over on YouTube, you guys can. Link is in the, I don't think my link for the YouTube is in the bio, so go check it out. Follow me over there. And also, if TikTok goes away, I'll be making shit over on YouTube. Okay, we'll just have to build up those followers again, which would suck. Okay. Great. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I like totally just lost my place. Okay. We would spend the day wondering if it would be enough. I preferred. Okay, sorry guys. Okay. We would spend the day wondering if it would be enough. I preferred it when we did things without him. I would too. By the time we had been in Flagstaff a year, I constantly did things on my own with my girls. Peyton had graduated from high school and moved to St. George before we left Vegas. And we had more fun. We played all the time. If they asked about Cody, I said, "Look, I don't think so. So let's do our own. Let's do it on our own. We're fine. We can do it without him." Aspen and her husband Mitch and McKelty and Tony had moved to Utah, and we went to visit. My kids loved it. We took Janelle's kids hiking with us in Flagstaff, and Robin even sent Dan with us. We started hiking and going on daily adventures, and Janelle and I did more together with our kids than we ever had. We hiked almost every weekend and kayaked several times a week when we had good weather. We traveled more, we spent weekends in Vegas. We lived more independently. But I still felt frustrated that I had to do so much alone. I wondered if I wanted to be on my own for the rest of eternity in my sacred marriage to Cody, Mary, Janelle, and Robin. I wasn't sure if they had kayaks in the Celestial Kingdom, but what if I had to spend the rest of the time in the boat by myself? I had been watching my life pass me by, waiting for Cody to say yes. Before this realization, I made excuses. I remember standing in the hallway one day as I told the kids we were going kayaking. "Is Dad gonna come?" Gwendolyn asked. I've started my spiel. He is just a terrible person. Thank you for the donut. Once upon a time, you are amazing today with all the gifts. I appreciate you so much, and I know you appreciate me. Thank you. Okay, guys, we're rearing out the end of this chapter, so just know before we do that, go subscribe to the podcast, Reality with Bad Gal Bree. Go subscribe to the Patreon, $5 months, and the Sims Like Destiny tier. Or we got ads now. Woo! So you can go get ad-free episodes on It's Really Awesome tier for $3. Okay? And just go subscribe to my YouTube too, you guys. And we have a Facebook group. Okay? Facebook group too. Okay, great. Gosh, he wishes he could come. I say, he loves spending time with you. Gwendolyn and Isabel look at me. I could tell they thought I was full of it. I stopped lying for him. "He's not coming," I said. "Okay," they said. "Look, I don't think he's ever gonna come," I said. "If he does, we'll just see how the day goes." They were better with that than me trying to manage their beliefs about their father who never showed up. That conversation also helped me stand up for myself more. If I wasn't painting a false front of his image for the girls, I sure as hell wasn't going to gaslight myself anymore. I realized I had a voice, that I could speak my mind, and that it was okay to be selfish about my time with my girls. I needed to be straight with all of us. Thank fucking God. Snaps to Christine for finally waking up and realizing Cody literally doesn't give a fuck about her or her kids at all. Like, does the bare minimum. Okay. I realized I had a voice and that I could speak my mind. And then, oh, sorry, I already read that. He actually did go kayaking with us for Father's Day, but he didn't change out of his jeans and he didn't get in the water. He had watched us from the beach for about an hour. "Okay," he said, "I have to go." Of course. That was somehow worse than him simply not showing up at all. The girls could see he didn't want to be there. Yeah, exactly. Like that would be even worse to me. Be like, "Okay, like why are you like can you just not come? You're ruining this for us." After that, they didn't ask. They felt like they didn't have a dad, and I didn't have a husband. Truly would still ask occasionally if he was coming. "Nope, not today. Come on, Truly, let's go play." I didn't realize how much of my life I focused on Cody at the expense of me and my kids until I moved to Flagstaff. So I feel like this move to Flagstaff was really good for her in the way that it made her realize that Cody's full of shit. He doesn't mean anything that he says, and this man does not love you, nor does he love your kids. He does not give a fuck. So I'm happy. Like, what a sliding doors moment would it be if she stayed in Vegas? I wonder how long she would have stayed with him, or if it. I mean, all roads would eventually lead to divorce with Cody, but we wouldn't have gone. It's like a knife to the kidneys. Okay, I didn't really. Okay, Even as we rearrange our time, eating habits, and even furniture to meet his needs, he didn't do anything to make us want to spend more time with him. That's not a partnership. As I spent more time on my own with my girls, I became more independent. I learned I liked myself as a woman. I loved myself as a woman. Cody didn't love me as a woman. A funny thing happened soon after. I began to understand that leaving was a real possibility. I just got the chills. Okay, that ends that portion of the book. Now we're on the woman portion, you guys, and that is going to pick back up tomorrow, chapter 30. Okay. So we're almost done with this book, which I'm so sad, but it's so good. We'll plan out what we're gonna do next, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for the gifts. I want to shout out, let's see, Heather Dawn for the #2 gifter badge, and the heart hand for your first gift you've ever sent. Thank you. That was so sweet. Thank you so much for doing that, you guys. Reminder, tomorrow I'll be here. We'll be here probably around tomorrow will be a little bit early. I know a little bit early doesn't always work for people, but we'll be here around 5:30 tomorrow. You guys, podcast. That's another way you can support me is just go subscribe to the podcast, put it on download, the free one. And if you want to join me and Katarina over on Patreon and all the other Patreon members, go do it. Link is in the bio, you guys. I'm gonna do a code too for a discounted TikTok discount code at the end when we're done reading the book. Or maybe we'll think about it, you guys. All right, you guys. I love you all so much, and we will see you tomorrow for book club. Bye.